Yeah, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever you are watching us live or you will watch the replay later. So today we have a very special guest with us. She's from banking professional and profession, and she's from Canada. She's I think my voice is echoing.
Yeah, echoing there.
Yeah. So we have a very special guest today. She is a mom. She is from banking profession, and she is also known as the powerhouse lady from her coach herself. Her coach calls her powerhouse lady, and when she talks, then you will also understand. Like, yeah, she is an amazing individual. She is an amazing leader. She also presents on our weekly Wednesday mastermind sessions also. So yeah, so without any delay, let's call her on the stage. Hi Chaitali, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, hello. Good evening, ladies. How are
Hello.
you?
How
Yeah,
are
we
you?
are
How
good.
is
I say good evening because I'm in Toronto, Canada. So it's 5 o'clock. It gets dark. So it's evening here.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was dark here as well. So yes, so that's it.
So yeah, Chaitali, could you please introduce yourself and give a little bit introduction about your background and your reasons for why you started the business, so that our audience will get to know you better.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Chaitali, originally from India. Now live in Toronto, Canada for last 21 years. Actually, no, last 24 years working for a major financial institution here in Canada. For last 21 years, I have a leadership role in my organizations, and I have been in this business for last 3 years. Yes, a few days less than 3 years. And yes, I'm a mom, busy mom of two boys. I am an author right now for an upcoming book, hopefully can publish in 2026. And what else? I do a lot of volunteer work. I do mentoring for new immigrants. Besides the business mentor, I am also a mentor for new immigrants and newcomers to help them, get confidence. And first they need, sometimes they get into the Canadian experience, get a job. So I do that on the side as well as a passion project, not for making money. And yeah, involved in everything. I don't know where I'm not involved.
Yeah, that we have no that we know that
No
you are
doubt.
always everywhere organizing the events and on the mastermind sessions. And now you have also started in the 6 and beyond, which we the program which we have recently joined. So last week I have seen, I have watched your presentation which you have given on the celebrate your wins. Yeah, so it's amazing
Wonderful.
to learn from you and get to know you better and to yeah. So let's move ahead, and the second question Jasleen would like to ask. Jasleen.
Yeah, so Chetali, you are already working full time in banking and managing this family responsibilities and all leadership responsibilities. So, what was a strong, compelling reason that motivated you to, start this online business alongside your job?
That's a great question. I think everybody does everything for a reason. And I actually, and that I will give as an advice to anybody, if you need to do anything, don't wait, because I waited too long before I started. I saw this business in 2020 when I was looking for something because my husband got laid off during that time, the COVID time. My son got laid off at that time. Um, Students were all, leaving the city. So my son actually came home and I was paying a rent for him there. My tenants left. So I was paying mortgages here. So there was too much expenses. And in 6 months, I was seeing like whatever I was saving for last 20 years was like just going out like crazy. So that's what I thought. I need to do something. But of course, I can't do any business. First of all, from the bank's compliance perspective, there's a lot of regulations that I have to follow. And second is I don't have time for regular business where I have to spend more time looking for online. And then this business came to me, but then I neglected it, right? Like, okay, what's this online? People are saying they're making money. Like, it's not easy to make money. Being a banker, I'm really very accounting, I was in a business banking as well. So long story short, it's like, okay, the turning point of where I wanted to look for a second income is when my husband got laid off, son got laid off, and I saw like, okay, I built my savings for 20 years and it took me 6 months to get rid, like, of my things. Then I know I need a second plan, a plan B. And then I think slowly after COVID, when life became much difficult, people working from home and all that stuff, then I'm like, okay, I also need to work from home, and probably getting the taste of working from home and making money. And like, okay, then do I really want to work another 20 years to retire, or can I really make money working from home? Because we didn't have the concept of working from home before. So that's two reasons. One is income, and second is the comfort.
Yeah. So, Chitali, as you mentioned, like this is the new concept, working online, working from home. Around the COVID, it came, right? And when women's like us, who are maybe like me, who is on career break, or stay at home mom who never done anything, so they thought, people around them thought things like that this kind of platform which you can do, like while scrolling you can do productively, earn income. So these kind of opportunity, they think like it's just for the people or women who can't do anything, for them only, this kind of platform. But you are doing this with your full-time job, and you found the solution for your problem through this platform. So I want you to clarify this misconception for the people, for the women's, that it's not only for the moms or women's who can't do anything, or not for them. People are from all walk of life doing this business and getting succeed and getting retired early as well.
Absolutely. I think my introduction itself is enough to answer that it's not for people just at home. Does it make easy when people are home? Of course, because now you don't have to do anything else. You can give your 100% here. I'm not able to give my 100% here every day as much as I want. So does it make it a little bit tougher for us? Yes. But what makes it easier? We can always find things why it's tougher, right? Even going to job is tougher than eating on your husband's income, right? But why do women go for job? There's always pros and cons. But it's all about how you can do. So first of all, to answer your question very clearly, it's not for people staying at home. It's for anybody who wants a second income, side hustle, working from home. Now, is it difficult while you're working? A little bit, because now you're juggling between two. But then it's all about your management, right? How you manage time, how are you disciplined, how are you time blocking things, what are your priorities? Like a woman having a one child will never say I have enough time versus a woman having 5 children. Both are mom, both are feeding kids, they do everything, right? So it's just like, and there's a science behind it, right? If you give yourself this much time, if you say I'm going to do my laundry in 2 days, you will take full 2 days to get your laundry done. If you say I need to get my laundry done by tonight, you will get your laundry done tonight, right? So it's how much time you give yourself. So it is a little bit difficult, but it's not difficult because the platform has the solutions of things set up in automation. So what I do is, maybe you, Mudita, if you are at home, you're probably doing it every day, real time. I cheat the system. So I put things on automation, on scheduling. So when people think I'm posting, I'm not posting. I probably posted 2 weeks ago, put in the date. So our training system is so good that it teaches us everything. And that's the reason I'm in this business, not into something else, that I can schedule my time and use the automation system to run the business while I'm sleeping. And sometimes, me being a banker, I don't run my business in Canada. I mostly run my business in Europe and Dubai because I'm a banker. I'd rather keep my persona as a banker here. So that is also another thing, right? That this business gives us that, possibility of owning your business wherever you want. So it's not, to wrap up, it's not for the stay-home moms or not for the lazy people. It is actually for people who want to improve their life, right? Who wants to, you can think it two ways. You can either say, for example, I'm working, yes, I have a solid paycheck, but I have big dreams. So I can either narrow my big dreams, bring it down to my paycheck, or increase my paycheck and match it to the dreams, right? So it's for the dreamers, it's not for who is sitting at home or who's working. It's people who want to do more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about that, because that's a thing which we are facing a lot these days. Whoever the career, especially the career women who see a business opportunity, they come to conclusion that this is something which you guys can do. अरे आप लोग तो घर पे हो, so you can easily do it, but we can't do it. But thank you so much for clarifying this and putting it out aloud that you can definitely do it along with your work, your full-time work, provided you are disciplined. And this brings to the next question, which is like, how do you manage your time, being a full-time worker, plus an amazing handling an amazing business, online business, doing the presentations and masterminds. We're so blown out by your your energy level. How do you constantly keep learning and motivating all of us? So just I want you to tell a little bit about that as well. How do you manage all this?
Perfect. That's a great question. Let me ask you, how many of you are stay-home moms right now?
uh Currently, all
Or
of
career break? Okay.
I am on career break.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
am a stay-home mom, and this is my very, very first venture. I've never worked before, and this is my first venture.
Okay, so tell me, how much time, extra time do you guys have? Probably none. Nobody will feel you have extra time. Everybody is busy and everybody will say, I have no time. But the only thing that a rich and a poor have equally is time.
Right.
Everything else can be different between a rich and a poor. A street beggar or a person in a mansion all have 24 hours. How you use your 24 hours is the differentiator. And the person probably who's living in a mansion, not necessarily by birth, probably lived in a mansion. There are so many examples we know, whether from Tony Robbins or anybody ordinary, that started low and moved up. It's only by how you use your time. So to answer how I manage time, it's the same thing. I know my 24 hours and I set my priorities, like what I have to do. I have my to-do list that this is what I have to do. And there are a lot of people who will have a full list of what to do. And I'll tell you, it's my hubby. We'll have a whole list of what to do. But it's not about what to do, it's also about when to do, right? So you put what to do, when to do, and how to do. And then you allocate your time that, okay, if I have a 2-minute rule, that if something takes 2 minutes or 3 minutes, finish them first, right? Because it takes the mind block away that I have 10 things to do. Out of the 10 things, maybe 3 things needs only 2 minutes or 10 minutes. Get it done. Then you have your big bulk. But also at the same time, don't keep the most toughest one until the end, because then your brain always thinks that's tough and push it, and it will never happen. So to answer your question, definitely time blocking, managing your time with priorities, what is important. Me being a banker, working full time, of course, my work becomes my priority right now because it's not fully mine. So I do my business in the evening, sometimes not even in the evening. I do it on weekends, right? But then on the weekends, of course, I'm spending more time than somebody else enjoying the weekend. But for me, yes, I need to do because I want to do. It's all about when people give you excuse, people will give you excuse when they don't want to do anything, right? If somebody is really serious and want to do something, nobody can stop them, irrespective of anything you want to do. If you want to do, nobody can stop you. So you will find time. Time is same for everybody. Imagine for me, I'm just doing one job and one business and whatever little things. All these entrepreneurs, they have like 50 businesses they run.
Yeah.
But they still have the 24 hours time, right? And then the other thing I always tell people, sometimes people think that, oh, you have this luxury. No, it's not the luxury, it's thinking how you want to do. So say, for example, if I can cook, for example, I can either cook for 3 hours or I can have somebody, like I use often a lot of catering service. Because, okay, if I use 3 hours to cook, my 3 hours is gone. In that 3 hours, if I get the catering service from outside, probably it will cost me $70 or $80. Is my value of time more than $80 for that 3 hours? So with that 3 hours, if I can do something that will make me more than $80, I rather get the catering or have somebody, a home service or whatever, do for me, and I use that time to generate more.
Yeah.
right? So that's a calculative decision I sometimes have to take, because of course you have to do what you
Yeah.
need to do within that 24 hours. But most important is being disciplined and managing time and blocking time, that this is my time. Like I work from home. Even though I work from home, my family knows this is my work time. Yes, you can see me from there, but you cannot talk to me and you're not coming to this room, right? Because I am at work. So that's how I manage.
Thank you so much, Chetali. You have beautifully explained like how it is how important it is to have a very right mindset, because the way you explain the poor and rich mindset, the difference between that, it's very important to have that mindset if you want to grow in business or in any other walk of life. If you want to grow, then it is very important to have that particular right set of mindset. So thank you so much for explaining it very beautifully. So my question for you is, as you are as you are in the banking profession, and I would like to know how you handle people's hesitation when they talk you about the investment versus, if they talk about like the investment here in the business is huge. So how do you handle that objection from them? And I would like to know from you that how what's your perspective towards the investment part of the business. Like, there is an investment, without investment you will not get any business out there. So how do you handle those objections from people when they say, oh, this much of investment we have to do? Then how do you handle that?
Sure. So, first of all, my philosophy is I never try to convince anybody, right? Because if you see an opportunity, you will want to have that opportunity, you will grab it. If you want to miss it, you miss it. So I show you the difference, and our role is to, hey, and actually people should be blessed to see. Normally human beings don't like to help others. This is the only business where one person shares the benefit that they have, that hey, I am doing this, if you want something explore, you can do this too. The reason we do this is because if seeing me somebody else does the same business, that does not take away from my business. I do not lose any income. I do not lose any client because my client is not local, right? If a Tim Hortons opened today in this corner of the street, of course, the other Tim Hortons on the other corner of the street will lose some customers, because now the customer have an immediate choice.
Mhm.
Our business being online, there is no competition because it's global. You dominate in Toronto, as I said, I do it in Europe. And which city of Europe? It's my choice. So there is never a competition. That's why we help people to know what we are doing, if that can help. Now, coming to objection, there I never think that is an objection because it's their perception, right? If somebody thinks it's expensive, well, the only question is, what are you looking for? Because that person is not clear what they want. Okay, you want a business? Great. What business do you want? How much money do you want? Because the amount that you want is equal to the amount that you invest. So if somebody invests $1,000 in a fixed deposit or a GIC, even if they get 10% interest, the total amount will be less than if somebody invests 100,000 and get the same 10%. So the investment is equal to the return. So the question is not about the investment. The question is, how much do you want to get as a return? And based on the return is your investment, right? If somebody goes to, again, with all respect to every studies that people do, but if you go and study masters of history, you know the job prospects and the income that it can generate, right? And if you do some science based studies or engineering, you know the prospect and the income. Or you go for medical science, you get the income. So a doctor invest 10 years, 5 years, and then 5 years, and then specialization, and then they become the doctor, and now they make thousands and thousands of money, but their investment of time, energy, dollar is more because they want to earn more. Same thing with our business, right? So and I think it's the cheapest business you can have, with the return that you have in this business, where when people say objections, I closed eyes guarantee they have not explored fully. Or even if they explored, they did not understand fully. And if they understood as well, they did not compare with something else.
Yes.
So you can only make a statement of comparison when you know the difference between two, right? Investments can be of any type, and then people can start small. It doesn't have to be with a big investment. They can always build over, but most important is starting. And then whoever asks me that question, first of all, nobody asked me that question. I talk it in a way when people need is like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this is what I can show you if you're interested. That's it, right? I'm not in a position of convincing anybody, because I don't want to attract anybody. This is an attraction marketing, but I don't want to attract anybody who's not like me, right? I talk about mindset, I talk about empowerment, I believe in myself, and I know I want to increase my dream and increase my paycheck. But if the other person is going from other and push here with whatever they have, that's fine. Be happy. Like, happiness depends. If your goals are not big, then you can take a horse to the river, but you cannot make the horse drink the water, right? So that's what my thing is, right? I never try to convince anybody, and I tell anybody, like, you know what, think about it. I had people who called me back after 2 years, right? That, hey, now I'm ready to do the business, because they saw my journey 2 years ago and where am I now, and they are still in the same place where they were 2 years ago. The question is, do you want to stay same, right? If not, you need to change. And to change, what do you need? You need more income. Okay, to do more income, you need a business. Okay, to do a business, you need money, right? Whether it's loaned money or saved money, doesn't matter. And then you see examples. The best thing is, this is the examples that we have, right? There are so many examples, successful examples. So that's never an objection for me. And I will say, never even think it as an objection.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Itali, and really, really amazed by the answer you've given. I mean, it's very inspiring. I don't know about the audience, but we are totally inspired by this session, and we have seen your journey through the masterminds. You've seen your presentations, and I want to know if there is any moment that is, fresh and outstanding in your memory. You feel very proud of yourself. If I just want you to go ahead and share with us, yeah, any proud moment you've encountered in the business, you want to go ahead and share it would be delightful.
Proud moment, when people talk about proud moment, people think big achievement, right? There are a lot of proud moments. And I'll give you two. I know you asked for one. I'll give you two, and I'll tell you the reason. So one of the biggest proud moment is when I convinced myself that this business is for me, right? Because I saw this business in 2020 and never believed it, followed somebody. Then I thought it's for them, not for me, as usual, because that person was not full-time working. I'm like, how am I going to do it? Then I'm like, okay, I never had Facebook at that time. Like, I had it, but it's only birthday parties pictures. So I kind of doubted myself. And then I spent almost 2 years before I started the business. But then that's the proudest moment. Now I feel, thinking back, that was the proudest moment, that I was able to come out of my skeptic zone and start the business. So I'm proud as much as I regret that. Why did I waste my 2 years before? But that's one pride. And the second pride is I did an in-person gathering this September. And I planned everything, not knowing how many people will show up. And I had about 350 people show up from all different parts of Canada, US, and I had people traveling from United Kingdoms as well. That's a huge, proud moment that, okay, I organize something and people come from far. I don't really need to validate. That means you have people who are trusting you, believing you, coming with your call. So that, I think, is a huge, proud moment for me. People get value when they get into this in-person meeting, because our business is offline. But that is a validation that, okay, I'm doing something right, that people see value, and that gives me pride to continue what I'm doing and continuing doing better than what I'm doing, so I can add more value and improve others' life and improve my life as well.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. Lot of golden nuggets and a lot of inspiration for us and the people who are going to watch it or going watching us live now. Advice on time management, mindset, and investment as well, which is the biggest hurdle for the people to start the business. But in the last, again, I want to ask you, any last advice do you want to give to the people who are watching us and sitting on the fence, in the doubt whether we should move ahead or should not? Is it for us or no? Any final advice do you want to give to them?
In final advice, I think whoever is watching this, you're watching in a perfect time. It's December, holidays are coming. Ask yourself, what was your January of 2025? What will be your January of 2026? Will it be any different? And or do you want it to be different? Because if you don't want it to be different, it will never be different. You can wish for it to be different for years and years. The wish never comes true unless you act on it. So if you want to be it different, then you want to start a business. But if you're on a fence, this is for you or not, I will say write down in a piece of paper what exactly you want, unbiased, right? Don't even think of this business. Just think what you want in life. And then think where you are right now with what you have, whether your spouse, your job, your finances, your investments, whatever you have. So, what you want, where you are right now, and what are you going to do about it? If you don't do anything, will it take you where you want to go? So keep your goals, right? What you want to achieve, whether it's a bigger house or bigger car or vacations or retire early or whatever you want. What do you need to do today to be there? And if you're not doing it, going back or going forward 5 years from now, 2 years from now, what regrets will you have? Will you be okay to take that regret that kash maine kya hota, shayad, right? I wish, I hope, I should have, I could have. So I think, are you ready to take the regrets? Because pain is painful, but the biggest pain is having the regret of not doing what I could have done. If things are not in my control, there is no regret. People regret is when you regret on yourself, you're upset on yourself, right? So you might have all the skills, and I always tell this, right? You have all the skills and you don't have the mindset. So my mantra is you can have your skill set, but without the proper mindset, it will only leave you upset. So I'll close with that.
Wow. What a powerful message.
Yes, yes, it's a like one line, what's a one liner for everybody. That's a great. Thank you so much, Itali, for your time, for your advice, and all the inspiration you gave us and to the people who are watching us. They will be getting a lot of inspiration from this session. And to all of the people who are watching us, thank you for being watching our episode. And we will be coming back after 2 weeks now, because it is holiday time and we are also taking break from this series. So we will see you again in the new year. So till
See,
then,
that's also one thing I want to remind people who are watching this. You just heard that these ladies are taking break from their business. The beauty is they will not lose a single penny by taking a break from this business. Imagine somebody having a store outside or a Tim Hortons or Starbucks, brand name, McDonald's. If they shut down for 2 weeks, how much revenue loss they'll have. But this business, you have no loss, and that gives you that investment part. Like I invest, but there is no loss if I take break or
Yeah.
take time off. That time and that freedom, find for yourself. Like if there's anything anywhere else, you get this. So
right.
thank you so much for inviting me. It was lovely chatting
Thank you
with
so
you
much for
guys.
coming, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Wonderful. Happy
everybody. Happy
holidays.
holidays
Happy
and
holidays.
happy new year in advance to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.